How's it going, people? As promised, we're back, and we're back with a video revisiting Maui, all the things that were said by Kim back in August 2023, where she promised people a lot of things. She said it'd be a big rebuilding project, there'll be money coming from a relief that she feeds money to. Actually, let's play exactly what she said from the clip, and then we'll come back to this.
As far as moving forward in Maui, here is the plan, and be very clear about this. We have no intention of owning Maui. Be nice to have a house there some point in my life, but maybe retire there, who knows. But the people with the properties, with the homes that burnt down, will be the same people that will have a new home built on the same property at zero cost to them, because this is part of the natural disaster relief, the International Natural Disaster Relief Plan that we tried to implement even under the Trump administration for victims of Hurricane Michael. We sent money for that, and clearly, if you've been to that particular area, it still needs a lot of help. And he didn't adhere to any of the rules for those money. Clearly, if you are from that area in Florida, you know that. So this was the plan there, and this is the plan here, and it will be the same for anywhere in the world where this type of an event happens. The businesses will belong to the same business people that owned them before. Front Street, which is the main drag in Lahaina, will look exactly like it did before, or better, should the business owners so choose it. That we will not be building high-rise condos, Chinese military bases, or any other kind of military base for that matter. The land will still belong to those same people, and the same thing will be afforded to them. So we're not having any intention here of we just want to help rebuild. We want to keep people safe and help people rebuild. We have been in contact with some people there on the island and been able to provide some kind of nominal supplies. Thank you to all our subscribers for that, because it's you that makes that kind of thing happen. Contrary to popular belief, that's of some, that's what we do use those funds for emergencies, for whether it's an individual needs food or it's medical supplies or they need help in that region. They have been blocking supply ships to the area. There's usually ships that come in twice a week to stock grocery stores. Those ships have not come in. Some of them are sitting offshore, and they are. The food is going bad. A lot of things are happening there. A lot of this is intentional. That's quite obvious. They really don't care how many people there die. I'm sure Blackwater didn't roll up there. They were due to get paid today as well, by the way. They were on this quote-unquote payroll. That didn't go out.
So that's Kim from August 2023, one of the SITREP shows. This was before she got fully exposed by Lisa Thomas and her friends about the big split. So she's putting on a show that what's happened in Maui, all those people were going to get rebuilt, or all the houses were going to get rebuilt. All of them, and the businesses. And she even mentioned Front Street. That's going to get rebuilt, and we're not going to take over Maui. We're going to make sure those businesses are back to normal. It's going to be exactly as it was before. Well, we've got some footage. You could probably find a lot of it yourself on YouTube. But we've got footage which we'll have had permission to share. So I'll put the links in the description field below, and also link it back to this guy's video channel. A YouTube channel. So please go on there and watch some of his videos. It's absolutely unbelievable. Even talking about the world, you know, how it's all being controlled by those at the top and things like that. So it's definitely worth watching a couple of his videos and what they're doing themselves to try and fix it. But we'll go into that in a minute. So what I want to do is I want to play a video to show you what Front Street looked like in 2022. Now, straight after that, we're going to play a video of what the Maui looks like. Probably, I think it's 14 months later, 14 months after the fire, and probably, yeah, about 14 months after Kim's words of the funding going out to those people. So this next video is going to be October 24. So watch this. It's going to go on for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. The reason why it's so long, because I want these guys to get some credit, and we need to get behind them if we can, to try and help them, because those people over there are suffering big time after all this. I mean, what he's talking about, people taking their own lives because of it, it's never really put in the papers. The media's not been allowed there, and these guys have kind of, you know, putting their reputation online, because one of them's a real estate guy, and he's just, come on, look, this is what it looks like. You people need to wake up. Don't forget about us, he keeps saying. So I'll play, like I said, I'll play the video of what it looked like on Front Street before, and then straight after we'll have the guys driving around in a truck showing you Front Street, what it looks like today, and they'll show you some of the scorch marks, things like that. Then we'll come back, and then I'll play another video of what they're doing about it themselves, because they are desperate for funds. I know it's been, I think in December, there was some murmurs going around about some funding going to be available. I think it's 400 million or something, which is nothing up to what the people really need. But the way they're being treated is disgusting. And for Kim to jump on this to try and get publicity, to let everyone, I'm the hero, I'm going to sort all this out, she doesn't talk about it anymore. Not a single word. Considering she's got, was it, she said, 1 million troops herself, and God knows hundreds of thousands of Source's angels. Well, they've definitely got their priorities wrong, because this country is scorched. It's all rubble. It looks like it's been bombed to hell. And those poor families, all the animals, I mean, even the trees are being cut down and everything. The vegetation's just completely wiped out. There's nothing's been rebuilt. A few houses, a few projects here and there going up. But you need, they're strict. There's so much red tape. These people are finding that they've got to have permits to do this, that, the other. And then it's just so wrong. It really is wrong. You need to get this mobile. And anyway, let's play this. We'll come back and we'll have a little follow-up. A little summarize before we end the video, because there's a couple of things I need to say about this. So let's do that now. Anyway, let's play the video.
Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm all about teaching you, showing you everything I can think of about Hawaii and its real estate, which you can't find in the listing. And tonight I'm coming to you live from the beautiful Front Street, Maui, Hawaii, Halloween 2022. Now it's different tonight than normal. You want to know why? It's actually the only reason I'm here. I'm going to the gym tonight, actually. I was getting ready to go work out. And my son told me, he goes, hey Dad, you know that they're not even closing down Front Street this year. So it's like cars going down, and it's not the same party as it is every year, because they're keeping the street wide open. So normally they used to call this the Mardi Gras of the Pacific. So back in the day, this was like a real party. Not anymore. So let's get ready, go check it out. By the way, I'm at Ground Zero, West Side, Lahaina. What's Ground Zero? It's sort of like Sunset and Vine, but not quite. It's like Lahaina, Luna, and Front Street Road. But anyway, check it out. Here I am. Actually, this is Ground Zero. Cheeseburger in paradise. All right. So we jump into the madness. Let's do it. Of course, if you guys love content like this, I'd love a thumbs up, because who else is going to bring you Halloween in Maui? Like I said, Ground Zero, right here. Now normally this would all be blocked off, but as you can see, cars are going up and down Front Street right now, which is crazy. Now we still have some police presence over here.
We got a Willy Wonka for you.
So this is Ground Zero, Front Street. And look at it. Can you believe it, guys? I mean, there's a few people down here, but it's so weird that it's not the normal crawl of people with everything being shut down. But we'll see. Oh, hang on a second. So yeah, here it is. Lahaina Luna Road and Front Street, to me, is ground zero for the West Side. It's like your Hollywood and Vine of the Pacific. Right by Sargent's, the art gallery. There, of course, is the world famous Cheeseburger in Paradise. Made famous. Well, who came first? Cheeseburger in Paradise, the restaurant, or Cheeseburger in Paradise, the song? Someone hit me in the comments and tell me. But if that doesn't make you hungry for a cheeseburger in paradise, nothing will. All right, I gotta search high and low here. Okay, here we go, Martin Lawrence Gallery, another good art gallery. But normally it's so weird, I'd be walking down the center of the street showing off costumes, and now it's almost like a regular night, kinda, right? From the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, it's hawaiirealestate.org, and we are here for the first time, literally, since the fire happened in Lahaina town, today is October 19th. Of course, the fire was August 8th, so 14 and a half months later, this is literally the first live that we've done in Lahaina. I drove on the highway one time, so you are allowed access down here. But the vast majority of the town is still completely monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by security, and we're going to show that to you, which I think is very strange and unusual. This is the first time Ryan's been down here actually since...
Yeah, it's a trip.
Even since before the fire.
Yeah.
Right? So you were down here surfing with Jake or doing some photography, and so this is very... Disorienting. All the landmarks are gone, obviously, but the purpose of this video is to give you guys an update so you can see what the town looks like today. A lot of you are calling and asking and wanting to know what's up with Lahaina, and that's what we're doing here today. So let's jump right into it. And as always, if you enjoy this kind of content, please thumb up the video, shaka, share, subscribe, and of course, I will put the link in the description for the sponsor of today's video. I'm just kidding. Which is what? Who's sponsoring it?
Monsanto.
Monsanto, no. Switchforlahaina.com. So I'll put a link in the description. If you want to support the people here, we've got a work crew going. Ryan is actually helping with the project as well, helping people that suffered at the hands of the fire. So look in the description of this. Go check it out, switchforlahaina.com. A great way to not support the elites. I just toured a buyer actually a couple days ago. Her house burned in Malibu, and she's confirmed that the community is basically gone and the elites have rebuilt in Lahaina, in Malibu, and they had all these rules and regulations and coastal commission and why people couldn't rebuild, and they just waited them out. And I think that's basically what's going to happen here. So you can see for yourself here that not much has happened in 14 and a half months. It's kind of crazy.
We got to create a term for those places that's happened to.
Yeah, it's a good idea. What should we call it? The elites taking over.
FEMA towns? I don't know.
FEMA towns,
Seems
yeah.
like FEMA's got a lot of control of it.
So where are we located right now? We are right now one of the most underrated beaches in all of West Side Maui. That is Lahaina Shores. We're at Breakwall. This is where the school used to be, Cam 3rd. Obviously you have the West Maui, Kahalavai, Mauna Kahalavai Mountains right there. And you have what's left of the school, which is basically the office, Cam 3, right there. You can see a melted electrical box right there. And just to the north of that is, of course, our beautiful Lahaina harbor, completely empty. I think every boat burned here, which is quite suspect in my opinion. You'd think surrounded by water, a boat would be safe. Because, check it out, these boxes are safe. We'll go over there and take a look at one of these boxes, but those are plywood, old plywood boxes. And there's a number of them up and down here, and they are perfectly fine, but somehow, of course, all the boats managed to burn, you have the banyan tree. Banyan tree is actually looking really good, but I will admit it's kind of sad. They have cut down most of the mangoes inside of Lahaina town. I had a number of friends, business owners that had beautiful mango trees on their property that survived, and the county cut them down, or FEMA or somebody in the government. So don't know why they cut down all the beautiful mango trees in Lahaina. I'll show you a sign as we're leaving. There's one mango tree that's up, and they have a little painted sign that says "No cut da mango." There's the bathrooms. The bathrooms survived, of course. Interesting how a lot of Maui County structures survived. And there is, of course, the new harbor master office, which I think did burn.
Yeah, a lot of people are commenting on North Carolina and Tennessee, and I think it's the same theme. What's going on and what's going to keep happening is there's going to be these natural disasters, and it's going to be a way to create an excuse to take over the land.
Disaster economics.
With the scapegoat of climate change.
Yeah, the climate is changing because they are changing it. It's called weather engineering. We don't know. We don't know. Had a friend of mine that was watering his mango after the fire. It was perfectly good. It was bearing fruit, and then they cut it down. But there's one of these boxes. Now you have to remember, this entire harbor was on fire. Every boat in here basically burned, I think. And you can see that these boxes that are just very rickety, woody, you know, these are all perfectly fine. So why did an ember not catch that on fire, right? How did all the boats caught fire, but this was, and there's many of them, right? You can see there's more of them down there. So it's quite interesting. And of course here we have the, appropriately, the Hawaiian flag and the US flag flying half-mast over Lahaina. You can see the burnt palm trees in the background, the lighthouse there. But let's go for a little walk, guys, and we're actually going to get into the truck. Ryan's going to drive the truck. I'm going to sit in the back of the truck, and we're just going to take a quick tour through Lahaina town. So where we can go. Obviously, I'll show you some of the security guards and all the people that are posted 24/7 that you still cannot enter the town itself. And most of the commercial areas completely off of, well, there's some residential areas in there as well. Since the fire, I didn't even do a live the morning after the fire because there was no internet service, and there wasn't internet service for many, many, many months afterwards. But you can see here what's left of, this is, I believe, Holy Innocents. The church still has not been cleared. So 14 months later, we've got lots and lots of places in Lahaina that are just literally exactly the way they were the day after the fire. So as always, we're trying to keep awareness going for Lahaina. So if you're just joining the live, please be sure to hit the like button, share it on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, friends, family. Trying to keep the awareness alive because obviously there's lots of other destructive forces on planet Earth, but probably mostly man-made. But we got to keep focus on, I believe, one of the places that really is the cause for the awakening of a lot of people. You can see here just as if the fire just happened yesterday. Get paid to just chill. So what we're looking at right here is the 505. And I find it so interesting that the 505 utterly burned to the ground. It was a massive 2-story wooden shopping center. Still has not been cleaned up, yet Lahaina shores directly next to it, perfectly fine. I just find that so interesting. Imagine the amount of heat and whatnot coming off of that particular structure as it burned, yet the wooden railings over here are completely intact. I saw some bubbled paint over there. I did I did a video over there a few months ago, but I find that so interesting. And of course, if you ever went to the feast at Lele, these are their chairs, their stage. this restaurant over here. What was this restaurant called, right? Pacifico. That was Pacifico right there. So some of you have maybe eaten dinner right there. They had tables set up here, basically almost right on the beach. This is the elevator stack for the 505. The tattoo shop was up there. My office, actually, when I first moved here, was right there, right above Spanky's.
Yeah, a lot of good memories at 505.
Huh? Shout out to Spanky's. If you have any memories of watching a fight down there, or football, or just having a cold beer and a burger at Spanky's, these are all the tables from the feast at Lele. That's what's left of the tables. Major financial burden. So here what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna head out to Front Street. This is one of the public access points. Matter of fact, before we do that, let me just show you some of the homes that did survive. I think it's kind of interesting to note. This home here was just built, because here you can see 3 of the most prominent homes that survived the fire. So one of the questions is, if they don't allow people to rebuild in the new high water mark area, how is that fair for these homes that are still in place? And how is it that these homes survived? But here I'm going to show you. What's that? Because it's America and I can video? It's a public place? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We're not on your property. Okay.
So anyway, we have private homeowners that are getting upset that we're videotaping their houses. So there we have that home right there. And then there's another one. What's that? It's not okay? Okay. And then you have another one right there. It's perfectly legal to video in a public place. Sorry. Aloha. Okay, guys. Again, authoritarianism, the spirit of authoritarianism is alive and well. So you can't video in a public place? Like, really? Last time I checked, it's called freedom of the press. So those are 3, you just saw 3 of the newer built homes that survived on the ocean. And I believe there's 3 older homes that survived. So I think there's 6 on the south end of Front Street. If you guys enjoyed Karen, love a thumbs up. She's still screaming. You just said, see you, Karen. That's too funny. Okay, so you can see this is almost like The Living Dead, right? Look at this. Beautiful bougainvillea. Here's a shot of the front of Lahaina Shores.
Shout out to all the Karens.
Shout out to the Karens. We love you guys. Okay, Rye, we're gonna jump in the truck. We'll go for a little cruise. And here we are on Front Street.
I've been trying to keep an eye out for a trash can.
So this is that home that we were just in front of that survived. And oh yeah, I wanted to point out something else real quick. I forgot. Kind of interesting. When you get to here, you can go ahead and fire up the truck, right? You can still see the remnants of the fire right there. Isn't that wild? Like literally burnt street post. And then when you come here, you can see this. Isn't that wild? There's one here, and there's another one here. It's almost like a circular burn mark, like a big something smashed into that and didn't make it any further. But you can tell you've got a concrete sidewalk here. You have a, do I sound like the crocodile hunter a little bit here right now? I'm not trying to, but you have a pavement right here, right? pavement, right? So nothing burned right here, right? That lamppost is kind of okay. But then you've got this big. So what I heard from many witness accounts is that there was embers the size of basketballs, these big balls of fire that were just flying everywhere. And so I think this is a great evidence point. You can see sort of the scar here. But again, I just ask you, where did this come from? There's nothing over here on fire. This tree is fine, you know? There's nothing over here, see? It's just so interesting to me. And another kind of pattern right here as well, but then this house is fine. So I want to find out, like, what did you guys build your house out of? What did you do? Because obviously you survived. Because right across the street, right? Gone, 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 gone. Everything is gone. All right. If you guys are enjoying this content, share, shaka, subscribe, leave a comment. Got to get the word out. Got to keep awareness alive for Lahaina. And of course, the video is brought to you by switchforlahaina.com. Oh. Okay. What's that? No, it's okay. Just keep going down Front Street. Just go all the way down. That's Jim Neighbor's old home down there, right on the ocean. That one survived, but the home in front of it, 373 Front Street. I don't know where those big flags came from. I don't remember those. Someone must have erected that. That's our old house there, 350 Front Street. It's where we first moved when we lived here. We first moved into that home. 3 big mango trees gone. Over here, Longy's house. That was Longy's house back there, by the way. This is the infamous red-roofed house that survived. You can see that's quite stunning, considering it's really old and wooden. Still there. You can see you've got some people that are actually living in campers now down here as they're rebuilding their homes. Now we're here on the north end of Puamana. We're on the very south end of Front Street. This is Puamana, and some of the Puamana units burned right here in this corner. This is all Puamana right here. That's where the clubhouse used to be, right there. We almost actually rented this house a long time ago, but we ended up not doing it. You can go down here, Rye. We'll just take a little look around this neighborhood. If you guys remember Ken Cherry, Coast Guardie, that's where his home was. Aloha Ken and family. The tennis court and a pool back here. This neighborhood had some shared amenities. It was a beautiful little neighborhood. Maybe I'll get you out of the sun, get you more this direction. Here, right up here, you can just take a right and go back on the highway. This over here is the Shark Pit neighborhood. Matter of fact, go down this street here to your right, and then we'll just do a turnaround so they can see a little bit of the Shark Pit neighborhood. But you can see a lot of the residential homes have been cleared. The gravel obviously has been put in. But as you can see, not a lot of structures. All the pools had these fences that were put around them, these chain link fences, I was told, for safety. So the good news is you can see things are starting to happen. It's very, very slowly. If anybody would like to purchase half of a house, maybe it's available. So Christian, I don't know about you, but that Lahaina sun, is it feeling pretty hot right now?
It sure is.
It's hot, right? Well, guess what? The heat has been on for a very long time for the people from this town.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, the heat is still on, and it's actually getting hotter. Things are drying out on this island. So it's bad enough that they burned it down. Mm-hmm. We all know kind of who they are, at least we're starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
And this video is about how you and I and Christian no longer have to support those people. You can call them the elites, you can call them Blackstreet and Black Rock or State Street, or
right.
There's all kinds of, we all know all roads lead to Rome, right? There's no question that all your money is flowing in a big way, I think, to these consolidated corporations. And so Christian was kind enough to come all the way over here to Lahaina a couple times now to help put together a project where we can stop contributing to the elites, and an opportunity basically to make what we're calling the switch for Lahaina.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Yeah. So what's kind of extra fun to me about this whole idea is the elites assume you're not going to switch. They kind of know. I think they expect you're so busy. How could you actually get in the zone and pay attention for a few minutes, learn about the opportunity to switch where you get your basics around the house stuff, unplug spending from them long term, like for the rest of your life, you could do that. The manufacturer that we're sending all this business to is family owned. They make everything on U.S. soil. Been around a long time. They're very, very good at what they do. And we could send our money there instead. That'll support the local crew here. That'll support a small network of people who have banded together to do whatever they can to benefit Lahaina. One of the things I see in the comments sometimes, Eric, on your channel is this idea of, so wait, you're going to help everybody? How are you helping everybody? And I just hope it's okay to blurt out. I was a plumber. Like, I don't know anything. Eric's a real estate agent. We're regular people taking a stand when we can, where we can, helping however we can. What if a bunch of us little guys like the core of this idea is, what if a bunch of us little guys band together and choose to help each other? And I'm not pretending like we're going to solve world hunger and, war and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. I just think it's one little thing all of us could do. It's a small decision. It won't even be inconvenient. It won't cost you money. You're already spending the money.
But a cup of cool water to someone that's thirsty.
Yes.
Is still a cup of cool water to someone that's thirsty, right?
It makes such a huge difference.
Right. And so there's this thought process that we have to solve everybody's problem, and we want to, trust me, that would be great.
Sure.
But in the meantime, it matters to the people that are working in this program that could make enough money to help make rent next month, or to buy that car that they no longer have, or to put a diaper on a kid.
Right.
Every little penny counts in this economy. I don't know if you're like we are, you have to do everything you can. And so we are basically put this program together to help people that essentially can't help themselves. They have been emotionally damaged. There's PTSD is a real thing. Hopelessness.
Yeah.
We've seen people, unfortunately take their own life. I mean, it's been the most catastrophic fire in the modern history. Yeah. And with that comes a lot of collateral damage, a lot of carnage. And so it's not talked about. The media's forgotten about it. The mainstream media was not even allowed behind that black fence that they put up for millions and millions of dollars. It's the first time we've been able to even walk these streets since that fire. And so to have a program to help people, and it's not something where we're giving them money, they're earning it.
Right.
And they're earning it because they're going to talk to you and basically explain what it's all about.
Yeah.
But it'll take a little bit of the heat off, essentially, and the heat just keeps pouring on. You would think after this horrendous event that there would be lots of relief, and that's not the case, because a lot of the money that went to these big organizations didn't go to the fire survivors. FEMA gave money to renters, not homeowners, and $700 per family is a joke. Most of these
It's an
homes
insult.
off of Front Street and up in Lahaina Luna and up in Waikuli, they had multiple families living in there. So that $700 was an insult to injury. And then what happens is over time, interest just wanes. And so we are trying to keep the story alive and doing what we can to help.
Yeah.
And by you watching this video, by liking it, by sharing it, by subscribing, by checking out switchforlahaina.com, telling your neighbor about it,
Yep.
telling your cousin, your nephew, just keeping the spotlight, making plans to come here to Maui. We're like clarion callers saying, don't forget about us, please help us, and please don't forget about this island. And this is a very creative, amazing way that you've thought of to help these people. And I'm thankful that you've done it. And I just think that we're gonna have even more, hundreds and hundreds. So for the hundreds that have signed up,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
But
Thank you. And we get good reports all the time.
Right.
People are so happy.
97% reorder rate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the beef, if you haven't tried the beef, it's like, I just had a steak a few minutes ago. I'll be honest, I'm a carnivore. And I'm feeling good, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Feeling way better than I used to on that Costco beef.
Oh yeah.
And it's about the same price, and it's grown here in Hawaii. It's processed here in Hawaii,
Yeah.
and it's delivered straight to my door, frozen. And it's such a blessing. It's such a gift. It's so amazing. And so it's almost like sometimes you feel like you gotta kind of sell people on stuff, but in reality, this is like a gift.
It is.
It is a gift. It is a gift for the people that are receiving these products. It's a gift for the people that are helping you learn about this. It's just a win-win-win.
Yep.
And it's just in light of everything that's happened, to me, it's like a little bit of a silver lining that
Yeah.
gives me hope that there's good stuff, more good stuff coming for the people of this island. Quite frankly, for the people of this country, because I think we've had 4 years of going downhill, and I'm hoping that things are about to turn around.
Yeah, I think it's hard sometimes for little guys to feel like they matter. I know when in this world we live in, I as recently as a few years ago, I would tell myself, I'm married and I have kids. I drive a minivan. Like, what can I do? I could get mad. I could watch stuff like this and I could get mad. No, this is a way for you to take just one little action. Just make the switch, test it out, explore it, really embrace the switch. And it'll be an upgrade at your house, and it'll help little guys.
Yeah. So thanks, guys, for checking it out. Christian, thank you for coming over here. I know it's tough duty.
Yeah.
I know you've had to hang out in that hot Lahaina sun.
Show them the water.
Oh, man, I'm
see
telling
this.
you what. I mean, if
So
you're
distracting.
going to work, right, I mean, this is the way to do it. Obviously, Kanapali right there. And matter of fact, we're right at the end of Front Street. This is where the police were blockading people. So we come here obviously with a tremendous amount of reverence for what this place means and what happened here. We're not, it gives you chicken skin.
Yep.
And it's not something you can easily put into words, and it's hard just standing in this spot.
Yeah.
But we're going to continue to stand, we're going to continue to fight, and we're going to continue to do what we can do to help.
Yep.
And in the face of the haters, in the face of the political activists that are planted, in my opinion, that are paid actors essentially,
Yeah.
you're not going to scare us off. You're not going to divide us with hate and race and all that stuff. Even though I'm a proud haole. As my son used to say, he'd come home, hey bro, you want damale, or damalai. They actually blend it all together, you're damalai. I'm like, what is a damalai? It's like, yeah bro, you want damalai. You don't even know what damalai is. But anyway, I know it's a term of endearment. That's the way I like to look at things.
Yeah.
Just like water off a duck's back.
Uh-huh.
Any haters out there, we love you. When we know
Yep.
you're coming to our side, we
Yep.
know you'll even make the switch for Lahaina because it's a win-win-win. So thank you guys. Thank you, Christian. Till next time.
Thanks.
Much aloha.
Complete devastation, completely wiped out. I mean, the guys are so well educated. They've done their own research. They know very well what happened to that island. I can't mention it on here. This video will be taken down. But I love these guys. I really love these guys. What they're doing themselves to try and change things. Check out their website. I'll put the links in below, but switchforlahaina.com. They're just saying to people, look, just don't buy all your products from the big corporations. Buy it through these families that, all the profits go back into the island so they can rebuild and And if everybody does that, I mean, it'd be on a even small, he said small crews. I mean, they're just normal guys. They're not a Kim. They're not a Kim Goguen. They're not a Thomas Williams that seem to think they've got a direct connection to source to get all this money and all these bullshit systems and banking, you know, that they've got trillions of assets and stuff. Absolute bullshit. These guys are just your normal Joes that just go around. They've got the heart into this. They want to rebuild because they've lived there. They know how beautiful that island was, and it's completely wrecked. So you people that believe this stupid woman, you are crazy. You're mental. All of you are mental. How can you believe what this woman's saying? When you listen, I mean, there's loads. Go and watch some videos of Maui or the people crying and what happened to them. Losing their animals, everything, the whole families. There was loads of all crowded into one property. These people getting $700 a month or something like that to try and, you know, oh, there's a little bit of money for you to get by. It's not enough. Things are so expensive out there. Never mind if you've got, you know, a really good job or you're wealthy. You're just idiots. How can you believe this woman? How is she so property? And this Iceman jerk on the internet giving her the time of the day on his YouTube or wherever it is, Rumble website, Rumble channel. What a berg. Absolutely. That guy's in on it. He's clever enough, right, to know very well that she's fake. That she's nothing but a scammer, a glory hunter, and he's basically on the same pedestal as her. He wants all the glory too. He loves, oh, come on, Kim, come on my show, yeah, spread some bullshit. Let these idiots believe everything that you're saying. I'm sure he's clever enough, right, to work it out. Much probably cleverer than what I am. I think anyone is, but it doesn't take much to work out that these people are liars. If they're in it for the money or the power or whatever it is, they're definitely not as big as what they want it to be. Stop following her. She's full of shit. She's the biggest spew of bullshit. I mean, she's very good at storytelling. That's why Thomas Williams is finished, because he ain't got a story in him. Such a miserable git he is. But Kim, I can understand why you're following her, but she's full of it. And you're mental, really are, for listening to what she is saying. You need to go and get some help, I'm afraid. I ain't got sympathy for you anymore. I really haven't. There's plenty of information out there. And for you people that have been scammed by her, you need to put your stories out there. There's loads of different ways you can do it, but do it. Anyway, that's this video done. Next one, we're going to be moving on to what she said about sources, angels, and other stuff. I can't even think of it anymore. It's so much fiction and fantasy. I mean, it really threw me when everyone left from Care, Lisa Thomas and everyone else. You just think, you know, nothing's going to finish this person. She's going to keep going on and on. But I just thought, you know, we don't need to do anything anymore now, because there'll be loads of people now that'll know the truth, and she's finished. And she isn't. It's just proven that no one can actually finish this woman. She's crazy. She'll keep going. Even if she had 2 followers, she'll keep going, because she's adamant to get what she wants, and she's willing to lie and destroy people's lives along the way. Anyway, that's for another video. Might be one video in the next, one more video, and then that's it for another year or so, or it might be 2. Let's wait and see. But anyway, thanks very much again, everyone, for watching. I know it's like 20 minutes of the other video, but the full video's link is going to be in the description field. Please go and check them out. They're top guys, and this is the kind of thing we need to be doing in our own communities, is try and help vulnerable and animals, not listening to bullshit, waiting for someone else to do all the work. Because Kim ain't going to give you nothing. I'm telling you now. You're wasting your breath. And you're going to break up. Your family's going to turn on you because they'll just think you're crazy. Believe me, it's happened to a lot of us. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. Take care now. Bye-bye.